Good afternoon, everybody. Give just a few minutes here for people to get online and do a little quick update. Hello there. Hello, Joel. So down here in Miami, and Hurricane ETA is continuing its track to the northwest. There we go. Okay, people coming in now. Okay, it's good. There we go. So down here in South Beach, and so I'll take you outside here in just a minute. But here's what's going on. So the hurricane right now is it's making its way up to the northwest, and it's not real intense right now. But over the last 4 or 5 hours, it's kind of moving northwest, kind of like this track up to the north here, and it's supposed to do a track, something ballpark of like this. Um, hasn't swung really hard west yet, but what's happening is with these big heavier bands off to my southeast and east of Miami, what you're starting to see is the area just immediately north of the eye wall there, 63, 65 mile an hour winds, which is that's just southeast of Key Largo, probably about 50 miles. And that's rotating northwest as this whole thing here kind of lifts up to the northwest and does one of these numbers. These higher belted winds will start coming on shore. The area I'm looking at up here in Miami area, as these winds, this area of 55, and there's some 60, 65 mile an hour winds, and these are all rotating toward Fort Lauderdale and Miami over the next couple of hours. And so these higher winds will come ashore, and it's really associated with these heavier bands. If you look at the hurricane, a lot of the areas, a lot of dry air has snuck in on the south side and is wrapped in on the south side, and I'll show you that in a minute at mid levels. And so it's getting eroded here on the south side. So there's not a lot of deep convection around the eye itself. Most of the convection is displaced to the north, and when that happens, is you got to have heavy storms in this area, or some storms to get this heavier wind to the ground and to mix it down. And so all the heavy storms right now are concentrated well to the north of the center, a good 75 to 80 miles. And so I think when it's all said and done, I think Miami, Fort Lauderdale is going to have probably the worst of the worst as we get to that 5 o'clock hour, 5 to 8, 5 to 9, as these 50, maybe gusts to 65, 70 rotate onshore. And that's what some of the models show is Fort Lauderdale to Homestead will have some of the worst weather of this entire event this evening, as these 55, 60 mile an hour winds coming on shore. And again, 55, 60, 65 mile an hour winds are just offshore, about 40 miles, and they'll start rotating in onshore in the next hour or so. And that'll be a problem. One of the things is they take you to an image up that Mr. Gaiman sent to me here a little bit ago. One of the things that's happened is the circulation right now, as you can see, it's up in this general area, and you've got all this convection to the north, and all this dry air is coming in the Gulf of Mexico around this trough. This is very dry air. It's eating up the tropical storm hurricane, and it's rotating around and starting to get ingested into the storm, which we knew it was going to do that. But as this continues to track west, it's supposed to mix it out and go underneath the upper trough, and it may intensify as it gets past Key West tomorrow. I think it gets in the Gulf. It's supposed to go back to a stronger hurricane, maybe a Cat 1 or 2 over the next 3 or 4 days in the kind of southeast Gulf of Mexico. So anyway, that's kind of what that's doing right there. So let's go outside and let's go look at the Gulf, and let's see what's going on over here. So anyway, there's always something crazy going on with these hurricanes. So we'll see what it does here. Let me get this offline. Let me get that done. Okay, I'm starting to put something in my pocket there, and just wanted to take off and start talking. So it's back here. It's not too bad. The winds have been anywhere from 30 to 40 miles an hour. It gusted 50, 55 earlier. There's a few seeing a little bit of debris on the road back south of here. In fact, I was down in the Upper Keys while ago, about an hour ago. I was in the Upper Keys, and it was interesting down there with the stuff going on. I gotta grab something. There we go. Let's make sure I had my. If you look at logs, you can see the clouds overhead are racing southeast pretty hard, pretty fast. Not too bad. Just go right here to this South Beach right here. Again, nothing too bad right now. How's the audio sound to you guys? We're in a lull right now in between the storms, and as soon as those heavier bands come back on shore, the winds will pick up quite a bit. We got the AirPod Pros. Yeah, the ocean is really nice. Looks pretty good. Especially a lot of white caps, big waves. Get out here and get away from the shelter area. The winds really pick up. Yeah, not too bad. Right now, the winds right here on the beach are probably 20, 25. Not real strong compared to earlier. Earlier, they were much stronger, probably closer to 50. Just a real light rain. You can see heavy squalls off the southeast coast. It'll be the next hour or two. They'll continue to come ashore. Little waves. They continue to get larger and larger. Pretty good sized wave, actually. Actually, the better wave actually. It's definitely been up here. That's interesting. Oh, that's really interesting. You guys see what I see? Right over there. It's a water spout yet, but it's a very interesting cloud feature. Look at the clouds up here. They're just racing. It's looking due north. When the clouds are coming into the northeast and racing southwest, there's a different perspective. You don't like that? Okay. How about that? You guys like it vertical? Okay, much better. Okay. Sorry about that. Never need to flip over earlier. We thought they passed high tide. Because the sea was ready for earlier, but I left a couple hours ago. So, yeah, so overwashing. So, much better. Okay. Had the flags. The lifeguard was up a couple hours ago and had the hurricane flags up. He's left it clear. You see the spray coming off the ocean. Quite a few more people out here yesterday. Wow. I'm sure the rip currents are pretty bad today. Thunderstorms just off the coast. Take about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's going real slow. It's at Miami Beach for right now. I think we'll have some of the worst conditions. Right at dark, right before dark, right after dark. And I guarantee there's a lot of undertow. It's like it's washing back. There's guarantee there's bad rip currents. You can just see the water in the sand going back out quick after that break. So there's a lot of undertow going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some cameras ready, and I'm going to go back in another part of South Beach here and get ready for some of the palm trees and some of the things to start flying. I think as we get to the 5 o'clock hour, we're going to definitely get a little bit more exciting on the wind factor here in South Florida. So particularly where I'm at right here, I'm in a tropical storm warning. Hurricane warning starts about 20 miles south of me. It's south of Miami. It's just like the south side of, just south of Biscayne Bay. It's closer down toward Homestead, southward down to Key West, with hurricane warnings in effect. And the storm is supposed to later today and this evening, and actually by tomorrow morning, as a hurricane that passes Key West. some of the computer models we've been looking at today. Forecast actually some of the quite a few computer models this morning came in. Euro, the GFS, the H4, several models came in and have a Cat 2-ish hurricane, and some are up to Cat 3 in the Gulf, Southeast Gulf by Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. But then the question is it stay out in the Gulf and slowly weaken, or does it track northeast as a, Cat 1, Cat 2 tropical storm from Tampa up to the big end of Florida as we get to Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll see what happens. But this is going to be going on for about 4 or 5 days here along today the southeast coast of Florida, and then we get tomorrow and Tuesday, Wednesday, more of the southwest and west coast of Florida, southeast Gulf of Mexico, which is very warm water. Has not been worked over in previous hurricanes this year. With a low 90 water temps, so a lot of fuel for the hurricane. You see these palm fronds have been blown down. I don't know if you saw my coverage this morning from here. Some of the coconuts I pulled up here, I don't know, 8:30. Winds were just about 40, 45. We had a pretty good squall this morning. These came down about that time. These things were pretty heavy. Go the way. I'm going to guess 15, 20 pounds. That is, you can't believe how hard these things are. These things are, it's like a bowling ball. I mean, these things are, they're probably good 10, 15 pounds. They're heavy. And you hit one of these, hit your hitch in the head or hit your car window, they're going to break them. They came off that tree right there. Now that tree's just northeast of me, so they fell this direction off that tree. So anyway, so just want to give you a quick update on how things look down here. That was like, you set you down here. Got a little new holder. Shake this puppy out. Yeah, there we go. There we go. How about that? How about that? How about them apples? Let me start the car. Now, I don't know how the pole is. I haven't seen. There's quite a few different kind of poles down here, but not too bad. Oh, that was nice. How'd you guys let that happen? You see that? It didn't lock, did it? That did not lock. Let's try it again. Okay, let's try this. That was nice. Let me flip you to the side. Hang on. Yeah, no, don't want to stop you. I know. There we go. Wow. Huh. That's weird. I've got it locked. Come on. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely give you a skull fracture. Okay. I'll do some here. Got the rain jacket on, and when you get back in the car, it's very, very warm. So I'm going to take it off. Another short. All right. Back in the car. Here we go. You guys want to go cruise South Beach? Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Yep, go cruising. Okay. It was kind of interesting. I was going real slow, and I had my. It looks like anyway. I had a South Beach officer pull up next to me. He says, "Man, what's that on your radar? Is that bad?" I said, "Yeah, it's going to storm here pretty bad." And he goes, "How bad is it going to get?" And I said, "Not real bad, but you're going to have some pretty gusty winds." So he was checking out my radar, and he saw that information. It was like he knew something was coming. Okay, 73, got 86 on that side. Cool the temperature down. There we go. Don't need it at 80. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, if you're up in North Dakota, you guys are getting some blizzard conditions up there, I believe. Some pretty intense rain. Oh man, I really, really like. I got to be honest with you guys. I really, 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 really like. Look at that strobe light there. Uh, I really like these bands that are offshore, southeast of Miami, rotating west northwest up toward us over the next hour, couple hours. Let's say a couple hours. Look at that, look at the debris of the road now. Well, palm fronds blowing over where. Yeah, several of them in the road here. Okay. Mm-hmm. See, there's a little bit of water up north of me. There's been upwards of about 7 inches in Fort Lauderdale. So there's a lot of street flooding and urban flooding, Coral Springs, Fort Lauderdale during the day today. Watch this. I'm gonna leak this. Leak this. Man, I really like the way this tropical system is. The way it's to the northwest is going to be much closer to us than I think they initially thought, and it's going to be. I think we're going to have a little bit more intense weather up here in Miami. That's my thinking right now. There's a really nice belt of some strong winds just offshore now, not too far. 60, 65, a big area, 65-mile-an-hour winds are about 40, 45 miles offshore here now, about 40 miles offshore, a big area, 60-mile-an-hour winds, 60, 65, might even have some 70s in there. And that big, huge swath is going to be from Fort Lauderdale all the way down to Homestead. This big wave of 60-mile-an-hour winds will be rotating on shore over the next couple hours, let's put it that way. And so as that happens, as the winds pick up and the rain pick up, and by the way, I'm about ready to go in a very just probably 3 miles off the coast now. It's turning black behind me, very dark. It brought me behind me in the rearview mirror. It's we're going to have actually about some very heavy wind and rain here just very shortly, probably the next 5 minutes, and then it should just stay ripping here. Okay, here we go. Took a little while for that light to change, didn't it? Yeah, I'm looking off to my left here, and you see the dark clouds starting to come over South Beach here. Yeah, yeah. The rain and wind's about to move in here. We're gonna have some good stuff here. It's gonna. By the way, let me show you something here. Let me see. Probably can't see it too well. This little place right here. If you guys want to stay in one of the coolest hotels. Sorry about that. I want to stay in one of the coolest hotels in South Beach. It's right there. The Satai Hotel. Satai Hotel. Right there. Okay. If you want to have an incredible hotel, super management, super service, the rooms are fabulous, the food is fabulous. That's the place to stay at. In my opinion, it's probably one of the best hotels on South Beach. Is the Satai Hotel. So that's where I stay. Last night's where I'll be tonight. It is hands down one of the best hotels in South Beach. It's just, it's not the mammoth hotel in the sense of, 2,000 rooms, but the rooms are very clean, very nice. They do an excellent job on during the COVID situation going on, and everybody's spaced out, and the entire staff, from time from the guys valet to the bell captain to the chef to everybody that waits on you. And the service there is just absolutely phenomenal. Okay. So if you come to South Beach, you want to stay at the Satai Hotel. It's absolutely incredible. It's just fabulous. I've stayed there 4 times, 5 times during hurricanes, and they're just wonderful people. They're really, really wonderful people. Okay, so there's people walking around, and palms are starting to pick up. I'd say in about 2 hours, when these big, huge cores come over South Beach, we're going to have some pretty intense stuff going on. Hi from Canada. Yes. 17 degrees. Yes. In Ottawa. Yes. Ottawa, Canada. You guys are frigid right now. I saw there was a high wind watch. It looks like a Arctic front's plowing in the plains tomorrow night, actually, and comes crashing south down in Oklahoma. Gets in there. There's still people carrying some crazy stuff here on South Beach. A lot of people are very excited about the election. A lot of people celebrating down here. Wow. Yeah, the winds are picking up more and more. Again, it won't be long, another hour or two, and there'll be a lot of yes, yeah, it is a beautiful area. A lot of beautiful places down here. The food's fabulous. Oh my gosh, the food in South Beach or just in Florida in general is like just incredible. Yesterday afternoon, after I got off the plane, I went over to a little favorite place and had some coconut shrimp. And oh my gosh, was it really good? Wow. People are out right now, but I'd say in about 40 minutes when this 55, 60 DBZ cores get in here with 50 plus mile an hour winds, everybody's going to scatter really quickly. They will not. They will not be out running the streets. I don't think. Yeah, just very minor. I mean, I saw around the metro this morning, Miami area. There's been scattered, very light scattered areas. Some trees uprooted. Some trees, some actually some 2 foot diameter trees, some big trees. Most of them are probably more on the rotten side. They like they're already weak, and you get this heavy rain, and the root system's weak, and it's very easy to topple trees over. Not so much the palm trees; they're pretty sturdy, and even 100-mile-an-hour winds, but they'll bend, and the palms and stuff will fly off. But they're pretty sturdy. But you dump 8-10 inches of rain, over a 3 or 4 county area, and then you bring in these 50 to 70-mile-an-hour winds, and then that's when we'll have some. I fully expect some damage. Um, Around this area. Mainly, it's going to be limbs, maybe see a few power lines. There might be a little bit of flying debris. But I can tell you offshore, there's some really, really, really intense thunderstorms that are to the northeast of the eye. They're rotating very quickly now to the northwest, and west. They're going to be coming into Miami and Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood, all the way down to Homestead over the next hour. And as that happens, then we should see the winds going to pick up quite a bit here in the next couple hours across southeast Florida. Yeah, I've got big areas of now 50, 55, and 60, 65 offshore now, about 20 miles. Being about another 30 minutes to an hour, and those higher winds will be moving on shore with the heavier thunderstorms and the heavier cores. So things will rapidly deteriorate. I can tell you right now, I was just looking south here. There's a real heavy core just south of me, maybe a half mile. Here comes the rain, and yeah, here comes a big core in right now. Yeah, a big core. I've got 50 DBZs just south of me, maybe a mile, and you can see. Look at the visibility just in front of me now on radar. Yeah, it's 50 DBZs about 2 miles south of me and a mile, and it's just I can see the buildings south of me disappearing as far as visibility wise. Visibility is dropping rapidly now in South Beach, from about 3 to 4 mile visibility down to probably less than a mile, maybe a half a mile visibility now in South Beach, and everybody's starting to run to their cars because here comes the heavy rain, and the wind's coming in as well. These people get across the road, they're trying to get out of the pouring rain. Get over. That's interesting. Something else just popped up. I'll look at my map here. Yeah. Wow, look at this, guys. Look at the wind. Wow, wow, wow. Look at the wind. Look at the trees now. Yeah, here we go. Look at the palm trees bending. Yeah, there's stuff's really picking up now here. Yep, yep. It's really, I'm gonna get the windshield wipers on high. I don't know if you guys can see the sheets of rain coming in horizontally now. Wow. Yeah, winds are probably about 40. Wouldn't be surprised we're getting gusts of 45 now in South Beach out of the east. Heavy, heavy pounding rain now in South Beach. Torrential rain, winds about 40, 45 now. Visibility is about 1 block, and tropical storm conditions, not quite hurricane conditions, but definitely full-blown tropical storm conditions now here in South Beach. Very heavy wind and rain now. Yeah, the wind's is hitting the car really hard. I've got my AirPods on inside the car here, but yeah, if I took them out and just used a cell phone, you could definitely hear the wind beating. I'm sheltered. There's a big building immediately to my east here. You can't see. I'm at an intersection here, but yeah, the winds shelter me. But boy, if I get in this open area, the winds. You look at the winds. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some trees down in between these buildings. You know, the wind accelerates between the big buildings down here on South Beach, and if you're in one of those little open corridors, the winds will accelerate through those little causeway areas. Right now, this is only about. It's going to get a lot heavier. This is a pretty intense band that's coming over me right now, but this is a lot heavier bands going to be coming on shore here over the next couple hours. They'll really be much stronger than this. Yeah, so I've got a big band. Yeah, so I got 40, 50, we got 50-mile-an-hour winds right above the surface, probably at about 1,200 feet above the ground. There's 50-plus-mile-an-hour winds now coming shore now. Miami, South Beach, all the way up to Hollywood. So it's going to continue to increase, and we're going to get up closer to 60 at times. And I see a batch of, believe it or not, I see a batch of 65 to 70, about 40 miles off the coast that'll rotate west toward us. So the winds will continue to increase. This guy's doing a little cut in at the last second. You guys catch that? See how he was on the right-hand lane, supposed to turn right and cut in front of me. We're going south here, and we'll see what happens. See the squall, that little squall went through, and visibility's come back up again. So that's what happens every time you get that real heavy rain. Squalls come in, the winds will pick up with those squalls, 40, 50 miles an hour, and then it'll drop back down to 20, 30 miles an hour until the next heavy squall comes in. But there's a lot of 60, 65 mile-an-hour winds offshore rotating this way. So over the next couple hours, the winds will gust 50 to 60 in parts of Miami and South Beach. Wow. We need to pull in. Okay, everybody, since on YouTube, what's your favorite place to eat in South Beach? Tell me your favorite place to eat in South Beach. What's everybody's favorite place to eat in South Beach? Said, hey, 7-Eleven. Yeah, I'm on South Beach. Yes, Hurricane Eta. Half a Diet Coke. Okay. Yeah, Naples is nice. I like Naples a lot. Naples is really cool. I do like Naples. I've been there a number of times. And by the way, Naples, you over Naples, you need to watch out later tonight, as you probably have a lot of water, a lot of rain, and you might get some hurricane force winds over that way. Definitely 50 plus as we get toward 10 to midnight. You'll definitely have a big, huge belt of winds over there tonight. Let's go over to this park here and let's look at this out. Make sure coconut didn't fall off. Wow, these trees are whipping around. How about that? That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Yep. Gotta do a turn around. Let's see where's I'm in lid. Yep. Chick-fil-A, yeah. They're pretty good. There's a lot of great seafood places down here, that's for sure. Bahama Breeze is not too bad. It's okay. Let's go back up here to Collins Street. Yeah, Atkins is good. About 2 years ago, lost about 30 pounds. It's got to kind of blend. I think fasting probably does a pretty good job as well. That alternative fasting, Okay, here we go. Back on Collins Street. Let's take a ride back north here. I think what I'm going to do, it's probably not be a bad idea. I may go grab something to eat before it gets, the really crazy stuff comes in. And that makes sense. In other words, a little bite to eat, something small. Yeah, go to the beach. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is pretty good. Thinking like some kind of seafood or something. Maybe some grouper. Yeah, yeah. Eating shakes. Yeah, I'm thinking like a grouper sandwich or something. How's that sound? Wow. Yeah. That little heavy rain, man, that pushed everybody off the street. Yeah, it's wow. See the water. Yeah, there's some good Cuban food down there. I've had some great Cuban food here in Miami before. It's been a while. It's been several years since I've had some good plantain, banana stuff. Yeah, the rice and everything. Yeah. There you go. That's a guy on a skateboard making a delivery of food. Huh. Maybe call and say, "Can you bring me a corner at Fifth in South Collins Street? How about a pizza?" Okay. Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump over here to this. I was washing, but back here to Collins. There we go. There we go. Get over here. Sending out in the middle of the road. Okay, there you go. Wow. So that band blew through me, and now the next band is back north where I just left a few minutes ago, and it's coming in. It's really, yeah, really intense bands are really good bands are coming on shore now. So here's what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm gonna kill the stream. If anything, I think about 45 minutes to an hour at the max. Things will really pick up along Miami, South Beach, and Hollywood and Fort Lauderdale area for very intense rains. Tropical storm conditions already exist, and then I don't know if we'll approach hurricane or not, but I think we'll get some 60, 65 mile an hour gusts in this general area with these heavier bands starting to move on shore in about an hour. Around 5:30 to 8 o'clock, we should have some really intense action here on South Beach. Yep. All right, folks, I'm going to kill the stream and going to watch the people dart across the road here and find a little place to eat. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll definitely keep a Tornado Alley video, and we'll probably have some more stuff here in a little bit. Thank you so much.